So not long ago, I pulled out my PoD 2.0 to have a little bit of fun with it because I hadn't brought it out for a while, and I thought, yeah, that was heaps of fun. And another pedal I haven't brought out for a while, which I used to love, and still love, I still got a soft spot for it, is a Savage Drive. Let's see if I can get them both here. Probably not. I'll try. Yeah, the Savage Drive, and I thought, let's mix them together. The Savage Drive and the PoD 2.0, and just see how they flow. It could be cool, it could be fun. Now, once again, just like the last time I pulled this out, this might, I don't know why I'm using this as a pointing tool. Let me put that down before someone gets hurt. Because it's decently built and that could give someone a concussion. Not that there's anyone else in the room. What I thought was, this is probably not something that you're gonna wanna go out of your way to put together, to go, oh, here we go, cool. An old gear from 20 years ago, and you know, the Savage Drive pedal. Let's, you know, no. What I thought was, if someone to produce these two things in the studio, could I make it a solid enough foundation to use as an actual final recording? And that's exactly what we're gonna do now. So I'm gonna plug all this stuff in and let's just enjoy the journey. All right, now everything's plugged in and ready to go. Grab my Omsby guitar here, tuned to drop G, because drop G is heaps of fun. And this is what the PoD sounds like just on its own. A little bit fuzzy, a little bit not quite there yet. But I'm not ripping on it, I'm not having a go at it. It's 20 fucking years old. It's brilliant for, you know, for at its time and for what it did do and still what it can do. So yeah, show a little bit of love for the PoD 2.0. But Savage Drive, that's what we want to see how it all works. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit more volume. That's better. And let's see what we go. So we should have nothing because the volume's down. Correct. All right, let's see if we can clean this up a bit. So, that's it. That adds a bit more grit to it, which is cool. I can't remember what all these do. So the bite. I like the results of the bite, but I'm not liking that hissy sound that we're getting. That makes it worse, that makes it less. So let's just dial that back just for a little bit. We'll come back to it in a moment. So let's check out the tight. So the tight all the way to the left. Crank it full. So that cleans it up lots, which is good. So crank the bite a little bit more now. So still cranking the bite up fully, and the tight fully still brings a little bit of unwanted noise. Too much of unwanted noise, that is. Yeah, that's a nice little blend. Compromise. Let's check out the dirt now to see those two are sitting really nicely, the bite and the tight. So we'll see how the dirt can affect it now. For science. It just adds noise, really. Like, it doesn't add anything with the current setup that we have. Yeah, it doesn't add anything that's worth catering for that noise that it brings, unwanted noise. But that's sounding pretty rad just like that. Take down some bite a little bit. I still like the bite cranked. Just adds that bit more aggression that I love. So now, quick A/B comparison. Definitely makes it pop more, doesn't it? I like it. That's really cool. So, pick is going down just for a moment so I can hold my guitar and do this, because let's have a jam. So I'll double up on the guitars, add some bass and drums, and then we'll have a bit of a chat about it on the other side. And there we have the jam. So that's dealing with the PoD 2.0, very rad vintage, but still very rad and very tough, and mixed with the Savage Drive, which is a lot more modern. Yeah, the Savage Drive did great. It was interesting pairing it up though, because I don't recall the bite adding that much and the dirt adding that much unwanted noise. So with this chain, that's what's definitely happened, but I feel like the compromise that I had with the tightness and the bite worked really well. I think they sounded really good. But one of the main things that I discussed in my last video, and I'll bring it up again now, because I think it's something that's a little bit underspoke about. Underspoke about, I don't know if that's the thing, overlooked? I think overlooked is more correct English. The feel of it. Because it sounded really good, but the feel of it while I was actually playing was phenomenal. It felt great on the different characteristics that I could accent and bring through as a guitar player. So it made me not only happier playing, but I felt like I was a hell of a lot more effective as a guitar player as well while jamming through it. And it was heaps of fun to jam as well. So it was fun and efficient. And recording wise, you know, anyone that hasn't used one of these before, they go direct out of here into your mixing console. It's got its own built-in, it's not really an IR, but it's, before IRs they had this thing called an AIR. I think it's called an AIR? Yeah, I don't know what AIR stands for, AIR mode. it's a speaker simulator, pretty much. So no worrying about miking up and mucking around and making things super loud. You just go straight into your desk with this, and that is it. And that's one of the things I was inspiration. Sorry, my stuttering's gone all over the shop. One of my inspirations for doing this video was to also see, with the limitations of what the PoD 2 gives us, on what we can get out of it with a Savage drive. And I think it did really well. I think it did great. I think if I had that as a foundation in the studio, I could definitely do some post EQing and working with it to really give it an extra oomph and a big push. But as a foundation tone, I thought it was fucking awesome. I thought it was great. But how did you feel about it? How did you feel how I dialed it in, how I put it together, and the results I got with the jam as well? Definitely keen for all your thoughts. So thank you very much for joining me in this video. It was lots of fun putting it together and doing it, and a good excuse to bring out the Savage drive and to use the PoD 2.0 again, because I've done a couple of albums. I've done a fair few friggin' albums with this thing. It doesn't owe me a cent, but it's still fun bringing out anyway and still using. The Savage drive, on the other hand, I have not used this enough, and I have not got my buckaroos out of yet, so I definitely need to use that a bit more. I did a really cool video a couple of months ago, I think it was, where I chucked this through 4 different amps. And then realised no one wanted to see that because it got near to no views. So as much as that was fun doing and comparing it to it and that, I thought it was super fascinating, and I was glad I did it. Yeah, but it didn't get many clicks and views on there. So, once again, thank you very much for joining me in this video. It was lots of fun doing and putting together, and I thoroughly look forward to chatting with you next time. And until next time, please, stay safe.